Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us are the Raddy RF919. This is an AM, FM, long wave, weather band, airband, CB, VHF, UHF, single sideband, shortwave, app controlled, radio recording, portable radio. Awesome. All that you get. It's amazing. During this video, I'm going to do an evening medium wave band scan with the legendary C.Crane Twin Coil Ferrite. Yes, this radio is a champ on external antennas. So first I'll go over features, second I'll do a size comparison, and third we'll start cruising the evening band, twin coil style. Yeah. So here it is, the monster RF919. Some love it, some hate it. I love it. I'm a fan. What can I say? There's a lot of fun to be had with this radio, and you get to see it tonight, hopefully. We have some storms rolling in from the west, and hopefully it won't ruin our night, but we'll see how it goes. So the radio itself, as you can see, has two main display screens. This one here is giving us our calendar and clock when the radio's off. When the radio's on, it gives a bunch of information in the top row, and it gives us our frequency right there in the middle, nice and large, can't miss it. Battery status there. You can set the screens to always on, which is nice, which it is right now, and same with the backlighting of the keys. If you notice, they're nice and evenly lit. A nice white light behind them. Nice. Liking that. This side window here is our secondary clock, and of course, signal strength, signal noise ratio, and audio level. It's kind of a nice thing to have there. Button-wise, you can see we have quite a few. We have a mute button or squelch feature, and of course, pause play. Radio band button is our basic bands, medium wave, long wave, short wave. Subband button, UHF, VHF, and our extra bands like CB up there in the weather band as well. Bandwidth and demodulation, we'll be using that maybe to find some stations that are kind of on the faint side. Selecting antennas, we're going to be doing that. We have internal ferrite, external ferrite. We've got this new one up on top here, which is nice. And of course, the twin coil ferrite, which is the back. Over here we have an attenuation. We have play for Bluetooth. We have time set, alarm set, and of course these turn on and off these lights, which is nice. Of course, display, like I mentioned, changes what's shown below here. Sleep and power button. Scan ATS. We have a configuration menu button. Works well when the radio's off, and of course, different bands you're on give different options for the antennas. Here we have a coarse tuning knob and a fine tuning knob. Backspace, delete memory function, add presets. Numeric keypad for direct entry frequencies and presets. Enter and then your frequency. Record button to record everything you're listening to. Awesome. We have EQ, tuning up and down, browsing up and down. We have our volume control, picking the radio up and to the right. We have a knob here, and this is for tuning the loop stick antennas. So the internal and the external loop stick here, you can tune them with this. You just can't tune the one you hook up to the back, which we're going to be doing tonight. That's tuned differently. Going here, we have a lock switch. It locks out the front knobs. And of course, all the buttons you get to pick. Auxiliary input, headphone jack, micro SD card slot, and of course Type-C charging for the two 18650 flat tops, giving us a total capacity of 5,000 milliamp hour from the factory. Going to the top of the radio, you can see how these external antennas fit. We have an SMA antenna for VHF, UHF. We have this loop stick antenna for medium wave, shortwave 1, shortwave 2, depending on how you build it. This is the one that Raddy sent me. Nice. Plugs in right here, and you can turn it on and off. I think I'll just make sure it's off. We'll be using the back jack, which is the whip antenna jack. Talking about whip antenna, we have a big one here, 38-inch, gives us excellent FM reception. We have a nice little grip here in the back, a nice deep handle, so you can pick up your radio without the carry strap. Though I'd recommend putting that on. Makes it a little easier. On the back here, you can see it says antenna tuner. That's how this knob here I talked about for the loop sticks. You can see it says medium wave, shortwave 1, shortwave 2. That corresponds to what you have attached up here. Kick out stand, our battery bay, 2 flat tops, like I mentioned, and super bass. Nice. All right, let's do a quick size comparison and start cruising the band because it's going to take a little bit of time. So size comparison, I don't know what I have handy. Let's see. I have a Skywave handy. Let's reach over and grab it. Here we are. CC Skywave 2 in the house. Ultra portable. Definitely not ultra portable. This is something you keep at home, sitting on the side, having fun with. Alright, cool. And then we have a deck of cards handy. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He loves twin coil ferrites hooked up to his radios, man. Yeah. So there's our Iron Man deck of cards. If you couldn't guess, Iron Man. Love the Iron Man. There you go. Alright, should I change it up? Should I get a different deck of cards? You guys let me know. Comment section below. Tell me, should I change it? Never change the Iron Man. So anyway, that's a quick size comparison. Let's turn it on. Alright. Bottom of the band here. Oh, I'm going to mute. There we go. I'll just use that. Hopefully I remember that's the mute button. That works. Band we're on, medium wave. Modulation, AM. Unfortunately, this radio does not do upper or lower sideband on the medium wave. I wish that it did. Maybe a future update, they'll do that because that makes perfect sense when you have single sideband availability on this radio. Mainly on shortwave, but I'd love to see it on medium wave. Over here we have our bandwidth there. It's on 3. We have volume, of course, it's muted. Step values, depending on how you want to tune it. You can tune it 1 kilohertz on the outside ring, more coarse, depending on what you're doing. And then, of course, the center one lets you choose which spot you want to tune. That's kind of nice. So if you're turning it, you can hit the button, you can change it. Now you can fast tune. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I thought I'd just demo that real quick. And let's go to here and go back to 0. There we are. Nice. And of course, it'll stop flashing in a moment. This shows us what antennas we're on. We're on the internal antenna and a little finger pointing over here to the manual tune. It also works for the external loop as well. So we hit this button. This will change us to our antenna, which is the whip. And it says DX. And we can change it to local if something's overdriven, which happened during the day. I drove it with this, and it kind of kills the signal. So it's nice to either detune with this or detune with that. So we'll leave it on DX, and we're going to hook this up. So on the back here is that jack, and I got a connection. So we're going to hook up right to that jack. Doing this on camera here. There we are. I got a little box to help stand the radio up. That way it doesn't lay on the wire, so I was trying to avoid. Alright, cool. Let's get this propped up nice and there we are. I can turn that. Beautiful. We're not going to be using that, but it tells me I'm high enough. And not on the cord. Alright, so yeah, that's hooked up to our twin coil. We'll turn that on. Power level. It runs on a 9-volt battery. It also has a 9-volt input. They supplied a power supply when they were selling these. I don't know if they're still selling them, but what an amazing thing to have if you're in the medium wave listening. Okay, let's turn this up. Go to 530. See what we can pick up. Oh, nice. So we have a hint of Cuba. Right here. Just barely. Cool. This direction, I'm pointing it, picking up CHLO, Brampton, Ontario. I got my nighttime list here to my right, a little cheat sheet, in case I forget. There we are. Okay, so yeah, 530, Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles, 250 watts. Forgot to mention 3-inch speakers sounding really good, by the way. Of course, the EQ can change that up depending on how you're listening to your music or voice. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, I forgot to mention the price. Yeah, this is still running $269. I'll have links below if you're interested. They do have 10% off at the moment, so it does bring the price down a bit. So I'm hoping that the price will go further down. Once it's around 200, it's probably a decent pickup. I'd grab it at 200 for sure. Don't know if it'll ever get that low. I hope it does. So let's go ahead and turn that back on.
To the South Carolina Department of Education, to their Board of Education.
WAK.
Last week they notified the school.
Jackson, Wisconsin, 70 miles away, 400 watts at night.
AP Studies, which by the way,
Okay, I turned it to the north, or excuse me, west. That's north. We are picking up CBK, Watrous, Saskatchewan, 1,025 miles.
They're used. Quite extraordinary to see the reaction. And I think that's it, because for most of you, you truly haven't expected to become old.
You can just offer them great information. Call, ask any question that you have. Knowledge is power. If you don't know, just call and ask. Call Lauren.
550 is KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
Or hello@laurenridleyrealty.com.
John Carney and Stephen Sigurdsson.
Start asking them questions, simple questions. Do you think that Joe has a serious cognitive decline problem? And just sit back and let him answer. Ask him about Trump's conviction. Say, what was he convicted of? And just...
Here's 560, the answer, WIND, Chicago, local. Yeah, I forgot to mention I am near Chicago, Illinois, USA. And of course the time was local, 11:37 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So there you go. Add 5 hours for UTC. Rock and roll. We'll go back to signal strength, signal noise ratio. All right.
Do you like the fact that Joe has basically surrendered in the war on terrorism and abandoned Israel? Are you concerned that, the world and our top geopolitical foes, are you concerned at all that these people are on the march and Joe Biden seems completely incapable and unwilling to control them? Just ask them basic questions and let them try and answer, and they're not going to.
So even on a strong station, you could hear that whine. That's definitely from the radio, and there's a lot of it. And it's almost on every station. So when you're using an external antenna, be a passive loop, works really good, like a Terk Advantage. You don't have to have a twin coil to enjoy the beautiful no digititis sound, no tones in the background. Definitely use an external antenna jack in the back. You can use your loop along with your ferrite and eliminate some of that, but it's nice when you hook it direct. Then there's no problem at all. But I wanted to show that to you. So nice. Hopefully you got to hear that. Let's keep going.
Believe me. That's why.
While they're running the same things, while you're processing, because you've been processing a lot in the last 24 months, agreed?
So here's 600, we are picking up some lightning strikes, as you can hear. It sounds like static, but it's actually strikes. WMT 600, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles west, 5,000 watts at night.
Dark nights, and there's nobody there cheering you on, changing diapers. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show. New era of sports betting at Potawatomi. Dozens of self-service kiosks, video walls, seating for over 200, restaurant, full bar, VIP deck, and more. It's truly a sports fan's paradise. Let's jump into the highlights of this one. Brewers winners over the Angels tonight.
Brewers are winning again. No, not the Brewers. Yeah, I got the signal strength really high here. It's pretty much a local station, 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to the north. And of course, I am pointing the twin coil. I don't know if I showed it. I don't think I showed you guys. This is the bad boy right here. 200 millimeter ferrite inside this box, and it's powered. And it can do a run of 75 feet on this cable. That's pretty amazing. So you can mount this in an exterior location or near an exterior location and still enjoy your favorite stations wherever you point this. So if you want to change different places or different stations, you have to be able to move it. So otherwise, it has like mounting holes in the back, or you can fix it to the wall, but still nice to have. Yeah, I'm loving it. But I am turning it here to get the best reception. All right.
Outing, and the crew would go back to working.
Okay, the music there, 630, that's a religious station out of St. Louis, KYFI. Yeah, it's 275 miles, 5,000 watts. Nice. Country music, CFCO, Chatham, Ontario. I just turned the ferrite antenna, pointing it to the northeast, and we're getting Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, 6,000 watts.
That will be Bonzo Ben Kerwood, Raddy Claims Vice President. The battle against hunger requires more than good intentions. It necessitates practical, reliable transportation and initiatives like recycled rides programs can help. Collaborative endeavors like the one between Geico, the National Food Bank, community-driven solutions and addressing systemic challenges.
Local WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles, 1,600 watts.
Presented by Geico.
Listen to this harmony. The Davis Sisters doing Just When I Needed You on WSN.
1877 Carson Kid.
They're playing the music and the ad over. That's hilarious. Unless I'm picking up 670 by accident by over-tuning. Let me check it out. I got to see what's happening. Yeah, that's what I was. This. So yeah, WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles south. That's funny. I'm like, why am I hearing two things at once? Usually that's not a thing, but yeah, that was 670 breaking through because I over-tuned it on here. It's something you got to think of when you're tuning your twin coil. It's very powerful. All right. So what we're hearing here is 660 WFAN. This is usually hard to get. This is out of New York City, New York. 750 miles. Great.
Outsold the Birmingham Barons, right? The Black Barons were the draw. They were the better team. They had more fans. They were the media darling over the regular, so it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. It's also crazy that a purple mascot exists.
3-0, you lose a game. All right, there's some human nature to that. You lose the next game and it's 3-2, and I think the pendulum of pressure swings entirely to Florida. I don't know that Edmonton can have pressure.
Yes, you can see meters pegged. That's a local station. 670 the score. WCR Chicago. Twin coil is like too much for, that. Cool.
And I think you'd rather prefer to play at home, but do you want to play at
sounds
home?
Good.
When you could potentially... Rubble is still there 16 months later.
Because it's a big pile of garbage, other folks have felt they can drive by and dump their garbage into this site. They're coming down our back lane. There's fencing around it, but this fencing is completely insecure and is often torn down. And going through it, it's not safe, of course, like anyone could go in it. A child could go in there. So it's just a negative addition to our neighborhood all around.
The Start, weekday morning, 6 to 10.
Get your Winnipeg discount golf card today for amazing deals at 22 great Manitoba courses, and enjoy.
Okay, you can hear advertisement.
Course at Neepawa, Stanley Thompson's masterpiece at Clear Lake, the spectacular vistas at Minnewasta in Morton, the winding Rat River at Maple.
CJOB, I'll have the information here. Quite a distant station coming in clear, and I know there's a big storm front right there, so awesome.
Now, for all the details, and order your card for only $44.95.
Cast a line and help an amazing cause. Register today for the annual North American Fishing Challenge. This multi-species app-based fishing tournament, where you can fish in your own favorite fishing hole, will be...
Losing streak, I came out and told people, not in writing, but people that I associate with, I said, I don't think they're going to win another game. And I honestly believed that at the time.
690 is CKGM, Montreal, Quebec, 763 miles. I'm not sure how many stations we're going to get since we're still at the bottom of the band. I'm having fun here. This is great.
Fascinating to cover.
Don't wait to get started with your idea. For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp.
We'll go a little quicker. WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
That's InventHelp.com or call 1-800.
Crawling on my wall and when I went over to it, it had great big red eyes, but it was not a bug. It wasn't. If it was a cicada, it was not in cicada form yet.
Cicadas, yeah, we're right here in the Midwest getting nailed with them. 720 WGN Chicago, local.
Nice. Ooh. Yeah. I've got...
About twice a year, that's right. But I think I feel it bobbing. Guess I'll go back there tonight.
Nice. 740 Zoomer Radio, CFCM. Quality music coming out of Toronto. Nice. 460 miles northeast. Beautiful. That's how I have the C.Crane over there pointed to the northeast. Nice. Don't have to move the radio, which is fantastic.
Every day.
Settle down to this.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save.
WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles to the southeast.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cool time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into
class in the meaning of life. On stage at the Boardwalk Theater, June 7th through the 30th. Tickets are on sale at thumbcoasttheaters.com. Win tickets at a night stay at the Inn of Water
WGR.
This Thursday on JL.
Forgot I got that. Detroit, Michigan.
R.com.
Beat this summer heat and reconnect with nature.
Have a phrase. You can't bring... I guess he means them. Bring them here without here becoming there. This invasion has to stop. Have a great night, Dom. Okay to say my last name as always. Okay, so we're going to...
770 WABC, New York, New York. 750 miles.
With your...
Of origin, WBBM's Haley Hansen reports.
The 12th century fragment of a pilaster, an architectural column in the side of a door frame, was previously attributed to Cambodia. The Art Institute says, however, it's now been identified as originating from a temple in northeast Thailand. The same temple the museum previously returned another object to in the 1980s. After conducting new research on the...
So WBBM News Radio, Chicago.
...return. In a statement, the deputy...
It's paid off until it is paid off. But I'm with John. I think very bad combination of both daytime highs in the 30s, 20s overnight, which is not really very cool, and then, of course...
CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles.
The problem is that we're seeing humidex values into the 40s, we're seeing daytime highs into the 30s, and nighttime temperatures...
I was yelling at him. I said, Robert, stop. What's wrong with you? Stop. And he just didn't stop. He was relentless.
This San Francisco firefighter is talking publicly for the first time about a brutal attack that he says ended his career. Another firefighter charged with beating him with a...
Okay, at 810, I think is WGY. Albany, New York, 740 miles.
That the victim has decided.
Robert Morris Gateway Church has now a mega church and out of South Lake. He has resigned because he admitted to having sexual relations.
Okay, 820 is, I don't think it's WCPT. This is coming in strong. WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles to the southwest. That's how I have my antenna pointed.
The girl was 16 at the time it ended, and the parents found...
Oh, there's two reports, so it makes sense. One quick point, though, that is kind of concerning to me. What was
WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles to the west.
With 45 and...
Somebody killed him. I don't know. I don't care if a Bigfoot got him. I just need to know what happened to him.
So here's 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, with Coast to Coast. Sometimes rebroadcast, sometimes Ground Zero. At this time, normally we jump into Coast to Coast at midnight, my time.
for him. They got a search party, they looked for him, and they didn't find him.
Veteran guy who's been on, now going for the 14th year to learn from him is a really cool thing.
We're hearing a hint of KOA Denver, Colorado, 890 miles to the west.
Very seriously,
Vérité, je dirais sans phare. Oui, parce qu'il était l'inconscient, là. On n'est pas en train de se juger quand on rêve, là. Absolument. Il n'y a pas de filtre. Non, c'est un livre
CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
là, je dirais d'être...
Chicago is a great sport town. It was, you know, you want to talk about championships, you look to the Jordan era, but more so, I think we have very loyal fans. You know, when you can sit and be a Cubs fan.
So now we're going the distance to the south. This is WWL. Yeah, I'll look it up here. New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight you on Chicago being a great sports town. Chicago's an incredible sports town. That's why mine.
This is Justin, a celebrity birthday for Wednesday the 19th. Yo, what up, everybody? Roy Kitty here. Sent a few of your City native actor Paul Dano of the docudrama Dumb Money.
So here's 80 WCBS, New York, New York.
Free inspection and get up to 30% off your entire purchase at leaffilter.com/Bongino. That's a free inspection and up to 30% off at leaffilter.com/Bongino.
So WLS, Chicago, local, and high pitch whine, pretty much not there because that ferrite's pretty much off camera about 3 feet, so that's good.
Dan Bongino.
He once said when he was asked.
National League, just such a deep lineup, and Castellanos hasn't even played his best baseball this year, but he gets a
of car repairs. Car shield yourself, that is. Call today for 20% off. Here's the number, 800-898-60.
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles east. I'm going quicker, as you can tell.
A rating for
methods and programs in biomedicine. Dr. Shop is donating $50,000 to in-school pantries at schools in Alton Lake. Alton High, Horace Mann for deaths, conversation.
WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles to the northeast. Pointing the wrong way.
All part of the Alton Yard.
Had its origin in the purpose not so much to exclude white people from railroad cars occupied by blacks, but as to exclude colored people from coaches occupied.
Here's 1040 WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles to the west.
Knows nor tolerates classes among citizens. In respect to civil rights, all citizens.
And the climate-controlled properties have higher rents than properties that are your more traditional drive-up self-storage units.
Also, if you're currently in a unit, you can always threaten to move out and try to...
So here's 1060. This is KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Agriculture in the U.S.
Some kind of apocalypse?
I'm a lot more worried about familiar with your problems, and if you're 50...
Here's KMWX, St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, I'm not even naming the stations anymore. I'm just going to go through the rest of the band, silent, and then we'll just call it an evening. So let's go ahead and just tune through the rest.
Even save enough money to lighten up...
Individually, each of us is the temple of the Holy Spirit. He's taken up residence in us. That motivates us to live holy lives.
This is John. JoePags.com. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Library of over 75,000 movies and shows, and save all your...
Transgender terrorist at TennesseeStar.com and support.
nous avons notre temps de prière en ligne. C'est notre temps d'étude biblique en ligne.
Classic Country, WXRL.
That might be new. If it is, I'll put a little pop-up here. Cool.
Doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. All-strike systems to make challenges
and Hall of Famer Willie Mays.
Beers on Tuesday. Get to Fong's Pizza today. Located at 223 4th Street in Des Moines. Or visit fongspizza.com.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial stations.
A greener solution that works.
Meet Gilbert. You took the train. You wondered why people spend so much time.
The measurement capability within audio, I think, surprised all of us. But all of it's been extremely helpful, and we have seen a huge return on our investment.
Yeah, because I'll make sure it doesn't happen. All right, thank you for watching and listening to the No Spin News.
Ya no me inspiras ni te quiero más, no me provoca.
This week for start because sometimes.
Full of times, the Gold Glove winner, 12 Glove winner, 12 times.
Where you can listen to the broadcast at any time on your phone. Also, make sure to check out the Overcomer podcast.
Scratch this itch real quick, if that's okay. Those radio nerds that enjoy the.
Okay, cool. That ends it. There was a Brother Stare broadcast on 1680. I don't know if you guys caught that. It was real faint, but I could hear it. I heard Overcomer. I had a local station in my area that was doing Overcomer broadcasting, which, wow, that was a first for me. And it was on this radio. So hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like if you did. If you like the twin coil action with the Raddy, this is awesome. Definitely give me a thumbs up. You guys are the best. Hit the like button. Always fun to hit the like button. I don't know. Is it? You help out if you do that. Everybody knows that. 2, if you like Raddy radios, want to see more, subscribe to the bell icon. And 3, comment below what you think about the RF919 on medium wave with an external antenna, be it passive loop or a twin coil. It just sounds so much better than the little tick tick ticks and the tones like beep, all these different tones that drive you insane. Yeah, this eliminates it. It does overload sometimes. You gotta watch your tuning on this, and sometimes you'll cross stations if you're not careful. More so on analog, but it does it with the digital radio too. So, but I love it. Real strong, rockin'. So hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.